Guys, I'm so excited. I just realized earlier today that my family of 5 with 3 kids under 6 years old, we are gonna be debt-free by 2022. Bam! What? I'll tell you how. I am so thrilled. All this hard work is finally paying off. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so excited to have financial freedom. I am so excited. I'm gonna just hop right in because I know you clicked on this video because you want quick answers, you want to know how it's done. So I'm gonna tell you how we did it, and it may work for you, may not, but hopefully you'll find some helpful hints. And I'm just gonna, not even hints, I'm gonna tell you flat out what worked for us. So first I'm gonna start by listing our debt, okay? So when I say debt free, I do not mean our mortgage. That will be our only bill, our only thing, okay? So right now we only owe on one vehicle. We have no credit cards, we have no student loans, we have no medical bills. So that was not always the case. We had thousands of dollars worth of credit card debt, and we were throwing $600, $700, $800 a month at our credit cards, and we were not seeing a difference. It was not reflecting in our next month's statement hardly at all. Our interest rate was upwards of 24%, I believe. No wonder why we weren't paying it off. It was ridiculous. So that being said, I called and I figured out exactly what we owe on our vehicle, and it is $9,167.20. Under 10,000, just barely over 9,000. That's all we owe in this world other than the roof over our head. So that makes me then draw the conclusion we can definitely pay that off in the next few months. We've been saving weekly. We've been saving any extra money we get, whether it be from a stimulus, from Christmas, a gift, things we sell, whatever. We've been saving anything we can. If we need something, then we go and buy it, obviously. We feed our kids. But any extra, we've been trying to save, or we'll take half of it and save it, the other half spend it. But I'm gonna hop right in and I'm gonna tell you the first thing. Don't mind me if I keep looking down because I'm really excited about this and I'm just gonna jump all over the place if I don't look down. Credit cards, they're awful, their money suck. We all know that they just accumulate so quickly, and it's so easy to be like, oh, my baby's photos are gonna be done, 1-year photos, let's put it on a credit card. Oh, let's just buy a few presents for Christmas, put it on a credit card. Oh, just put gas on a credit card. I've heard that so many times, that your credit score will be really good if you just use it for gas. Well, then at the end of the month you have $400 worth of gas, and then you have to come up with $400. So your credit's not gonna do great with that. So my point is, find out how much credit card debt you have, the ballpark, every card, find out how much you owe. Then go to your bank or your credit union and see what the interest rate would be on both the credit card and the bank loan. That's what I want you to do. Ask for a bank loan to consolidate your credit card debt. We had to do this. I went to the local credit union and I said, could I please get a personal loan to put all my credit card debt on? And the interest rate, instead of like 20-something%, was like 3%. So then we were able to pay off our credit card debt within, I want to say, a year. I think it was even less than that. I want to say it was like 8 months. But it made the payments so much easier because the bank will tell you the end goal. Like, this date is when your loan should be done unless you miss a payment, and then if you do, you're in trouble. So instead of a credit card where you just keep accumulating, oh, let's pay a little bit, keep accumulating, you never know when the end is. But if you go to a bank, they're gonna say, okay, you want a 2-year loan? You're done in 2 years. You make these many payments of this amount, and then you're done. And that's exactly what we did. And we paid off all of our credit card debt. I would also recommend keeping one open. You shut down all your credit cards, your credit score is going to go down, down, down. So we kept one card open and we literally use it one time a year. And that is for a local bookstore we do $20 to a local bookstore for like a membership to get lower prices on books, whatever. You can choose whatever your thing is, but we literally have one $20 fee a year on our credit card. As soon as it comes out, we pay it. We don't even wait the whole bill cycle. Pay that $20. My credit score has stayed the same. Sometimes it even goes up a little bit. So that is that. Don't fall for the gimmicks at car dealerships, whether they're used or new. Just don't go for it, because they'll tell you your monthly payment is only going to be, fill in the blank, let's say $300. Your monthly payment is only going to be $300, and you're thinking, that's a great deal. I have friends that pay $600 for their new truck. $300, I can afford that. Stop and think about this. $300 for how long? How much is this vehicle? Don't look at the monthly payment. Look at the cost of this vehicle. Is this vehicle $50,000? Because if you pay $300 a month, you're going to be paying on that until it craps out. And then you're going to need another car and you're going to start all over. We buy used vehicles that don't look as nice. They're not the, Rolls Royces of the world, but they are reliable. We don't get beaters, we don't get vehicles that are going to need to have a bunch of repairs, but we get vehicles that we know are reliable, but they may not have leather seats, they may not have moonroof, they may not have extra bells and whistles, and we're cool with that. We don't need that. Then we pay them off. Just try to be conservative with your vehicle purchases. If you're in a position where you can get a used vehicle or a vehicle that doesn't have all the extras, do it. Make meal plans. It is so hard to just make as you go. Like, if you are a busy person, if you are a busy family, if you are just grabbing whatever you see in the refrigerator, you're going to spend all of the money. It's going to be crazy. We've done that so many times where we're like, okay, well, I'll just grocery shop for the first few days of the week and then we'll figure out what we need. And we end up just scrounging and then eating out. And, oh, well, we can make tacos, but we don't have A, B, and C. Let's go to the store, let's buy it. And then you wind up spending another $50. And then a couple days later, same thing. So I would honestly just say meal planning. I love watching Jordan Page. I think she is so inspirational and she's so smart. And she makes all these recipes seem so easy. She'll buy things and freeze them. She makes meals ahead of time. If you are looking for ideas, just please look at her channel. She's phenomenal and she's really inspired me, and I hope one day to be like her. If you really are one that just enjoys the experience of eating out, I love the experience of eating out, just do it like once a week or once every other week. We've almost designated that Friday nights are our eat out night, and it doesn't even have to be anything fancy. We have a little deli here in town and we get like sandwiches, and the kids will share, or I'll even share my meal with the kids. You don't need to drop $100 if you're going to eat out, but just know yourself. If you're one that's like gonna really want it, then budget that in. Find out what you owe for subscriptions. Like, find out all of your bills, but most importantly, what I want to like hone in on is find out what you owe for monthly subscriptions, whether it be Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, magazines, the FabFitFun boxes, all those different things. Find out what monthly subscriptions you have and see which ones you can chuck, because I got rid of our cable. I got rid of our Hulu Live. Now we just have basic Hulu that's included with our cell phone plan. What else did we get rid of? We don't do Netflix anymore. The amount of time that we spend watching TV is not worth paying for cable and this and that. And some people are paying like upwards of $180 for their cable and internet package, and that's silly. We pay $75 for our internet, and it's really good high-speed internet, and that's all we need. And we, like I said, we have Hulu included with our cell phone plan, and I know that's not an option for everybody, but find out like what things you can get rid of, which things you can sacrifice if you're just hanging on to something because a season of a show may start up in September that you want to see, then get rid of it until September. You don't need to wait around paying monthly for it. Another thing I will say is if you restrict yourself too much, you will end up splurging. So try to find what is really exciting for you to spend money on and allow yourself to do that every now and again. I love clothing, I love hair stuff, I love all the things that are girl. And so I love home decor too. So find out what you may need in the upcoming month, whether it be for your wardrobe or your house or whatever it is, and then set aside that money for that. So like for instance, I knew we were going to be needing a lot of different things in the house. So around Christmas time, we set aside a good amount of money and we got the boys bunk beds. We got Amita her new desk for school. We did all of those different things, but it wasn't such a shock to us because we had saved up. I mean, kind of common sense, but maybe not. Use your skills, as you will see in this video. I am a cosmetologist. I cut my kids' hair. That saves us about $60 a month, depending on where you live and how much kids' cuts are. That's, you know, that's a chunk of money right there. $60 times 12, I mean, that's hundreds of dollars. How much is that? That's $720. $720 for haircuts. I'm not telling you to cut your hair at home, please. I am a hairdresser. I know the foolish ways that people try to do that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you are crafty, use that. If you are handy, use that. Do those things and don't pay for them unless you have to. Oh, I would also say, I do this, okay? Gather all your monthly bills. Your mortgage, your car payment, your credit cards, your student loans, your utility bills, your cell phone, all of it. It's going to be daunting. It's going to seem so scary. It really, your heart is going to jump out of your chest. If you haven't done this, write them all down, add them all up, get that number at the bottom, that lump sum. Okay, it's $5,000 a month or whatever it may be. Find that number, divide it into 4. If you have someone helping you pay the bills, then divide that number into 2. And then you're going to realize, okay, this is how much money that Joe needs to spend on the bills, and this is how much money that Barbara needs to spend on the bills. And then you will know, okay, this is my place, and it'll just put things in perspective. You'll know how much money you need to make, and then you can go on, and this is my next tip, then you can go on and you can pick up an extra shift if you need to. You can sell some items that you don't use if you need to. The biggest thing is to take your bills, divide them into 4 weeks. Don't do it into 5. I know some months of the year have 5. You can take that 5th week if you have extra money and put that right into savings. But divide it into 4 and figure out how much money you need a week to make your bill payments. And you'll know, okay, I can't do it or I can do it. And then you can at least go from there. But this like grasping at whatever you can to get by without knowing how much you really owe, it's a suffocating lifestyle. I've been there and I know how it is to just be like, oh, this is due, I gotta pay it. Oh, but then this is gonna be due and I gotta pay that. And it's so overwhelming. But if you know the lump sum, then you know what you need to do, whether it be get another job, get a, you know, some sort of a side hustle, whatever. Like figure out what you owe a month after you've gotten rid of what you don't need, and then figure out what you can do to achieve making your payments. This is probably one of my better tips. Have your bank withdraw money from your checking account every week and put it directly into your savings account if you have it. If you have the money to spare, it could be $10, but have your bank just do it automatically. Every Friday, my bank takes $100 out of my checking account, puts it right into my savings. And it feels like a bill. I know I better have at least $100 in that account every Friday because it's coming out and it'll overdraft everything if I don't have it in there. And that'll be $5,200 a year of savings. And you can do more or less depending on what your budget is. like I said, if we have extra money, we throw it at that. If I have a really good week at work or a really good month, Christmas time, throw more into savings, throw more at your debt. I loosely follow Dave Ramsey's snowball. I shouldn't say loosely, I follow it pretty well. The snowball effect. So you pay off one thing, and then the money that you owe from, so say we paid off my husband's truck. We paid that off. And so we took that money that we were paying on the truck, then we put it towards the van, including what we already were paying on the van. Pays it off faster. Then you do the same thing with that. Okay, now we have that van money and the truck money. Let's pay off the mortgage or whatever it may be. So, you know, the snowball effect. He has some great points. Follow that if you can. That's amazing. And I think honestly that's what's helped us get to the point that we're at, is just knowing, okay, just because we pay off something does not mean we can live wild and free. Like, we are still adults and we still have responsibilities, and the end goal is financial freedom, not in the middle, because that's how you get more in debt. You wait till the end and you get that financial freedom, and then you can do what you will. Our goal is to have financial freedom so that we can help other people, so that down the road maybe we can foster some kiddos, get a bigger house, have family vacations, you know. So if you have financial freedom, you can do those things a little bit easier. So when you have the bank take money straight from your checking and put it into savings, it feels more like a bill, and it takes less effort for you to save. Like, if you were to put your hands in your own money and be like, I'm gonna save this now, oh, but I want those shoes, it's way harder, you know. Just have the bank do it, and then it takes so much more effort to call them and be like, yeah, hey, I know that my account is supposed to have a withdrawal come out today, but I really just want to spend it, can you hold that? Like, that's way too much effort. Like, just don't do it. So another thing I think a lot of people know is sell your stuff. I mentioned it a little earlier. Sell your stuff. We had so much baby stuff, and as much as it pains me to get rid of all of the baby things, someone can really benefit from it. I just sold yesterday, I just sold Hunter's car seat for $20. And of course we paid like a couple $100 for it. But that being said, there are people out there that can't afford to do a couple $100 for a car seat. And the woman that picked it up was so grateful, so grateful. She was like, I can't believe you're giving this to me for $20. So it's honestly a win-win when you're selling your clothes or old electronics or other things. Like, some people are really benefiting from it. We sold a big chair we had down here, and the guy showed up and he was like, I know you wanted 50, can you take 40? And I was like, yeah, I mean, 40 is fine. So we sold the chair, and he goes, something smells really good in here. And I was like, oh, I'm making dinner, do you want some? And he's like, I don't want to impose. I was like, you know what, I'll pack you up some. So I packed him up some food in the Tupperware, and it like made his day. He was like, thanks so much. Do you want me to bring the Tupperware back? I was like, no, keep it. So like, when you're selling stuff, it's like, yeah, your goal is you, but you're really helping other people. Just be kind and show that to other people, because it'll bless you on the tail end of things. So I think my goal with like the financial freedom also comes into play. Like, you don't want to be this like rich person that doesn't care about anybody. The goal is to take that wealth that you accumulate after your debt is gone and like spread it around, show love, you know, cook a little extra for people, donate a little bit more instead of selling. Maybe you can donate the stuff, I don't know. Point being, financial freedom is a beautiful thing, and it's supposed to be exactly that. It's supposed to be freedom. It's not supposed to be what can I buy next. So when we are officially out of debt by 2022, I am not going to be looking to see what I can spend money on next. I'm going to be looking and seeing what my next investment will be. My goal is not to be just like, you know, so I can throw my money up and like, oh yeah, you know, no, I'm seriously like hoping to help other people. And I think God rewards that and God blesses that. But you can do it. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it, because I had student loans and I had credit card debt and I had all of the bills. I had a new vehicle. I had, you know, and it's nice because you feel like you have everything you need, but then you're suffocating in your bills. What is that? Like, what is that good for? There are a lot of other tips that I can give you. If you want to see what I spend in a week, if you want to see a video like that, what I spend in a week, then let me know down below. I'll do that. I also would love it if you subscribe to my channel. I will try to do more videos like this if you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions for me, I would love to answer them. I'll try to link some resources below, like Jordan Page, Dave Ramsey, and also I'd like to give a shout out to my mama. She taught me how to balance a checkbook at the ripe old age of like 13. Yeah, I guess that's all. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in a few days, and